All right, we're back here in the locker room, 11:52. Time flies when you're having fun, fellas.
Oh, man, this is great.
We're having, I'm pumped, and I'm ready for the Temple game. I'm ready for Flyers tonight, and I'm really ready for the Eagles. Are you, Grimesy?
Come on.
Now,
this is a must-win.
This is a must-win for the Eagles.
Yes.
A must-win.
Must-win.
All right.
Listen.
Are they?
No, they're going to win. They got to pull. They got to
3-point dogs on the road.
Yeah, that's all right.
Which is standard operating procedure, right?
We got to play the exact same game we played against Green Bay. Just come out, and knock heads off. Knock them out.
You foresee the Philadelphia Eagles beating the Cowboys in Dallas on Sunday night on national television. Yep. Give me a score.
21-17.
21-17, Grimesy. I'm going to write that down right here, right next to the big D. 21-17. Wow. Scooter, must win?
Yeah.
Must win.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, because we had them picked at winning at home later in the season. So.
You had them losing this
I
game.
I
in
did.
Your prediction. How do you feel now?
Not a lot different.
All right. Give me a score.
I think they lose 31-24.
31
to 24.
And you know what? They've been averaging 30 points a game down there in D, Big D.
Oh, so
the Cowboys.
I'm pretty close.
So you're pretty close. That comes down to me.
Oh my goodness.
It comes down to me. Last week I didn't feel good about.
Josh not getting finished.
Josh is busy.
Josh is busy, but Josh has got his own show coming up. He hasn't been on the air for what, 3 or 4 weeks?
Something like that.
So he's gonna save
about.
his. Last week I wasn't I was very skeptical going into the Vikings game.
You?
And
skeptical?
Listen, I keep it real. Grimesy, you're still mad at me for predicting the Eagles were going to lose against Atlanta, remember? In the playoff game?
I hold grudges.
You hold grudges. That's fine. He does, because he won't let me live it down. Last week I thought Thielen and Diggs were too much for the Eagles secondary. Mm-hmm. I don't think Amari Cooper's going to be playing this week.
He's playing.
Is he in?
Yes.
Even though I just don't think the Eagles have enough this week. I think they're, Jalen Mills coming back, Ronald Darby coming back, the loss of a linebacker, a little controversy during the week. The Cowboys have lost 3 in a row, and the last one to the stinking Jets. Doesn't bode well for the Eagles. I think the Eagles lose the game 28-24. 28-24. How about that, Scooter?
I can't
now,
believe it.
Don't give me a hard time, Grimesy, because I'm going to be sitting by that TV, and I'm going to be rooting as hard. I'm going to be really rooting hard. I'm going to be on the edge of my seat because I want them to win. So prove me wrong.
Prove you wrong.
Prove me wrong, Scooter.
I think the Eagles win the second half, but they come out slow again.
I want to thank Mickey Morandini. Obviously, I want to thank Zach Hill for giving us access to Travis Konecny for the interview with Travis Konecny. That interview will be up on my YouTube channel and my website. The Locker Room Billy Schweim, lockerroombillyschweim.com. Grimesy, thank you so much for coming in. It was great.
Time. Can I just give one last shout out real quick?
Absolutely.
Gary Dagenhart, our football coach, 1983.
All right.
He's inducted.
All right, we're back here in the Locker Room with Billy Schweim, 97.3 ESPN. We're getting ready, trying to locate Mickey Morandini to talk about a little bit about the Phillies and their managerial search for a new manager. And first of all, Scooter, the Phillies got all kind of problems anyway. It's, obviously, you can't fire all the players, so the guy that has to go is the manager, right, Grimesy? I mean, you have to. That's just how it is in baseball, right?
100% agree with that move they made. You know what I want? I want a Sparky Anderson. Find me a Sparky Anderson out there.
What about Joe Girardi? I mean, listen, Scooter, you and I touched on this before. Out of all the sports, the baseball manager probably has less to do with a ball club, a baseball team winning than any of the heads of the team. Whether it's a head coach of basketball, football, a manager in baseball, head coach in hockey, right?
Maybe not.
What do you mean?
I don't think the manager in baseball does as much as.
I think a baseball manager can lose games more than he can win games. The guy's got to go out and hit the ball. They got to field their position.
Right.
I mean, it's a team sport, but it's also an individual game in a way.
Gabe Kapler actually proved that you can lose games by making bad moves.
All right.
He proved it to us.
Let's go to the sports hotline and welcome in to the locker room a former Philly, one of my favorite names that Harry Callis ever said. Let's welcome into the locker room Mickey Morandini. What's up, Mick? I tell you what, every time I say your name, it gives me a smile because I always remember, it brings back great memories of Harry Callis calling your name Mick. I mean, you step up to the batter's box or you're in your field position, but all the people at home will never forget that, man.
Yeah, and I get that a lot every time I go out into the city or I'm out somewhere. That's the first thing people say to me. I love the way Harry said your name. So.
Hey, did you ever think growing up or when you were in the minors that your name alone would be so synonymous with Philadelphia, with fans in Philly?
No, absolutely not. But it does have a nice clue to it when Harry said it.
Well, that's because it's Italian.
So it worked out good. It was proud to, I got to know Harry really well. He's a great guy, great announcer, and I was proud to have him say my name. It was pretty awesome.
All right, Mick. The Phillies are in a little transitional period right now. We were talking earlier today here in the locker room about the expectations for the Phillies at the beginning of the season, the expectations for the Eagles in the beginning of their season, and I'm just wondering, like from your standpoint, because you're close to the team, you're like they're on Budsman, you're there all the time. What happened, Mick?
Well, first off, you had 8 players on your original spring training or Boston coming out of spring training, and Williams, Quinn, Algier, 4 relievers, 3 veterans, and Dominguez. You had 8 guys that you were counting on to have big contributions to this team, and all got nothing from them, pretty much. You got a little bit playing in the middle of the year there, but really got nothing from any of those guys. And I think that was a big part of it. And then obviously the starting pitching was not what they thought it was going to be. And the offense was up and down. But we know that you can't go by what the team looks like on paper. There are a lot of good teams that look great on paper. And it's all about performing on the field. And overall, they just didn't perform on the field, but the grass and the earth just thought they would.
So, Mickey, so obviously they get rid of Gabe Kapler took a lot of the heat for the underachievement of the team, but is it all the manager's fault?
Oh, no, absolutely not. I think the big thing that for me that really hurt is getting hold of players accountable. And I think that's what they're looking for in their next manager when they're interviewing Showalter and Girardi and Dusty is that they're looking for a manager to hold these players accountable. And when you play a bad game and you don't do the fundamentals right, you come on and say, we just got to prepare for tomorrow, no big deal. The players take to that. I think they need to be held accountable. I think they need to be pushed, and I think the managers that they're interviewing can do that.
Mickey, especially your team, the '93 team. I mean, you had guys police themselves, right? I mean, I remember seeing Ronald Acuna Jr. not running a couple balls out for the Braves, and not only was he scolded by his managers, Freddie Freeman took him aside.
Yeah, I mean, you got to hold the players accountable. And I remember Atlanta when Anthony Mello just played a fly ball and literally walked after it. Threw it to the fence. Bobby Cox sent out a center fielder right then and there. And Andrew Dillon had to, jog or walk off the field in huge embarrassment. And, when you do things like that, one, it catches the eyes of the other players, but two, it sends a message. And it doesn't happen again. I remember when I first got called up, I was a shortstop coming up through the minor leagues. I went to second base in AAA. It was the first time I'd ever played second base. So I get called up and I forget to cover first on a bunt play. And I look into the dugout at Veterans Stadium, and Larry Ball is standing in the dugout there. And I knew, I said to myself, I hope this inning never ends.
Did you feel like going to the other dugout?
And, we got out there, and I don't even make it to the step, and he's screaming and yelling and putting his finger in my chest. And I tell you what, it was embarrassing, but you know what? I always covered.
Right. Even if it didn't go there, right? You just went to first base and hung out, right? You know, it's funny. It's Scotty McKay, and I was just going to say to you, do you think it's tougher today? And I'm a coach. I coach an ice hockey program, and I found it extremely difficult, even from 6-7 years ago, the way these people respond to criticism, even if it's good criticism. They just seem to cower.
They need to
and
go
seem
to a
walk
safe
down.
space.
Yeah, it's like and I think what Billy was saying earlier was that you had a team that had 6-7 guys that wouldn't
Macho
allow
Row.
you. They'd be at the top of that step waiting for you to come, and they don't have that today. I don't believe.
Is there any?
Part of it is the parents, I think. The parents put all these players on such a high pedestal that they're all going to be the next, Mike Trout. And anytime something goes wrong, it's not the player's fault. It's the coach's fault. It's, somebody else is going somebody else's fault. And when you're a young player and you're hearing all this stuff, it kind of resonates. And, players don't like to be criticized anymore. And, a lot of these players, to be honest, we couldn't play back in the day when we played. They didn't practice.
Right. Right.
It's a different breed. You really got to know your personnel. Some guys are feeling, some guys got to give them a pat on the back. I was always told that the coach yelling at you, that's a good thing, because that means he thinks you got
He cares.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
he cares about you. And they always say that if he doesn't ever say a word to you, then that probably means that he doesn't care about you, he doesn't think you can play any better, and he's content on what you're doing. But I always kind of got motivated by when I got yelled at. I hated to strike out. I was embarrassed to walk back to that dugout after I struck out, and you just don't see that too much today.
We're talking with former Philly Mickey Morandini.
Mickey, also, do you think it's super important for the organization to go out and find a guy that can have like specific skill sets, whether it be analytics or whether it be the old school kind of coach? You think it's really important for them to find a guy that has a good blend
like a
and
balance.
balance of that kind of stuff?
Absolutely. I know Matt's a big analytics guy, so I guarantee you, whoever they're hiring, there's got to be some analytics involved. Probably quite a bit of analytics involved. And I think even though three managers that they're interviewing are old school guys, I do think they've incorporated some analytics. And I think that's a good thing. Analytics is very important, and I think it's very useful. It's just a matter of what information do you give these guys, what can they take from it. I think sometimes it's just overload. And, there's sometimes you got to manage with the heart, sometimes with the gut, sometimes with your instinct, but other times you got to use those analytics. So I think all three of these guys will do that. And I'm a Joe Girardi fan. I know him personally, and he has a good blend to him. I think Walter's a little more of do it my way or the highway type of guy, from what I understand. But we'll see what happens. But I think you can't go wrong with any three of them.
So you're a Joe Girardi guy.
I am, and I Joe's a Northwestern guy, and I'm an Indiana guy. We played college baseball against each other, and he was with the Cubs. He left the Cubs right when I got there, a little bit before I got there. So he seems like a great guy. I saw how emotional he got about the other day.
Right.
So that shows me that he cares about his players, and I think that's a good thing.
Well, what about a Clint Hurdle? Well, I'm
I always-
surprised
I always
I'm
liked
surprised
Clint.
he's not in the conversation.
I don't know Clint at all, so I can't really comment on him. He was in that organization for a long time, but I don't know. I don't know
Okay.
Clint that well. They only had a few winning seasons in Pittsburgh, but I don't know if that's
Yeah, I don't know if that's his fault. Well, listen, Mick, man, we really appreciate you taking a couple minutes here on Saturday morning. There's nothing like October baseball, and hopefully, maybe in the next couple of years, we can turn this around and get some baseball back in October here in Philadelphia.
Who you?
We're going to be all right. We got some pieces in place. We just need to, tweak the starting pitching a little bit.
All right, Mick. Thanks so much, man. We'll talk to you again.
All right, guys. Take care.
There's Mickey Morandini. You want to?
No, I was just gonna say does he think the Nats are gonna win it without Bryce Harper?
Well, I like the shirt that they're making. Isn't this, what is it?
Priceless.
This World Series is
It's priceless.
Jesus.
I love it. I love it. All right, the second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is an award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour, 58-minute round. You can play on their 18-hole championship golf course, enjoy fine dining, or experience lively atmosphere in the pub. There's a full calendar of golf and social events throughout the season to appeal to everyone. For more information, go to greatbay.com or call them at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. And say hello to Radio Ron Ralston when you get down there. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware that they're a private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month they hold a private monthly event at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey to attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events to see if it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or call them at 856-912-4007. That's 856-912-4007 for more information.
You know, it is Dallas week. We mentioned this earlier before we came on.
All right, back here in the locker room, 11:20. But I'll tell you what, this show is moving right along. Got so much to talk about. We're covering a lot of topics. Flyers, we're going to talk a little Sixers here in a second. But Scooter McKay, the Flyers, I predicted would not make the playoffs this year, and I'm not going to get off that. But I like what I saw with Vigneault at practice yesterday. The upbeat tempo, some of the drills. You're the head hockey coach for Cherokee, and you saw some new drills that you might incorporate with your team.
Yeah, I saw some things yesterday that, listen, whenever I get to go over the practice, I'll pick up a few drills that I think that are good for our guys that our guys can do.
Well, there's a couple that were really in depth, and you'd have to be a professional.
My guys aren't going to get
it was. I mean, it went fast, Grimesy.
right?
Yeah, it was. I like the practice. It seems like he controls. A lot of times the head coaches, they have the assistant coaches, guys run practice for him sometimes, but he's out on the ice. They get him going. They get him warmed up. Ian LaPerriere and Mike Yao and Therian. They get the guys going, but he come in, he's blowing a whistle every 12, 15 seconds, getting the guys going hard for that time and getting them off the ice. But, it's funny because in this day and age, these games, you think it's a high-tempo, fast guys. You want the guys that are quicker, And I looked at who they picked up this year. They picked up 7 guys, between Kevin Hayes, Matt Niskanen, Braun, Chris Stewart,
By the way, he's cut,
Carson
dude. You should see this guy.
Carson Torinsky.
He's chiseled right out of stone, man.
Boneman and
Sort of
Pitlick.
like me.
The average height was 6'2.5", and the average weight was 215.
They got to get bigger. They got to get stronger. That's how the Blues did
But
it.
is that where we want to go with
Yeah.
this? Yeah,
I told you that. Did you see?
Yeah.
By the way, did you see how Giroux's a little guy, man?
No, he's not a big guy.
He's tiny.
Yeah, he's not a big guy.
He's not a big guy.
He's normal though. Hockey guys are.
See his
lean.
legs?
Hockey
They're
guys
like
are lean.
twigs.
Nah, his thighs aren't twigs.
Not on his thighs, but his from his
Yeah.
knees down. I mean,
Yeah.
I was
But,
shocked.
Guys are lean. Hockey guys are lean.
I've always said that. Even when I met Rick Tocchet, Scott's buddy, when you meet Tocchet, he's not that big of a guy. But
Oh,
he'll
he's
knock
pretty
you
cut,
out.
Oh,
though.
he's
He'll knock
cut.
you
He
out
was
with a
chiseled.
right hand.
He's chiseled.
Yeah, but he was chiseled out of stone. I mean, he
Yeah.
was strong. I mean, look at Chief. You
Yeah.
saw the pictures I
They're
had
not
this year.
tall,
Right,
big guys.
right.
It's like a Sam Moran.
Chief's
Like Sam Moran
oh my
standing
God,
next to.
he's 6'6". Put him on skates. He's like 6'9".
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all not the size of Lindros, is what I'm saying. Hockey.
I'm not getting off it. I think the Flyers need a few more pieces.
I do too. Big
I like
time.
Carter Hart. I
They
like.
don't have a goal scorer.
They don't have a big goal scorer. I mean, everybody loves Giroux, but if you let's look at Claude Giroux. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the depth chart. He's got 5. Slow start, no goals, 3 assists, and a -1.
Yeah, it's they're going to struggle getting number one. If you're leaving, your defense has changed. I think in a lot of senses it's better, but some of the other guys aren't playing well. But if you're going to leave a 21-year-old kid in goal and expect him to, you know, to hold you off. Remember, Bennington that won for St. Louis this year was 26-year-old rookie. He's been around a little while. He's got a little edge to him. He's got a little bit difference. Though I think Carter Hart's a good goalie, I think he's just not quite ready to be the savior yet.
So let me ask you a question, Grimesy. And Scooter, you can obviously want you to answer this too.
I already know where you're going.
Would you rather have low expectations for a team and have that team overachieve and go far, or would you rather anticipate a big season and get there? Do you know what I mean? Because right now the jury's still out with the Eagles, but we've been told how great this team was. We're 3-3. The Phillies, we were supposed to be in the World Series and we didn't even make the playoffs. So is it better to be less enthusiastic and have something good happen? You know what I mean?
I agree.
Never overpromise ever
Right.
in life.
So downplay it in the beginning of the
If you
season.
overpromise, you're in for a big letdown.
Right.
Set
That's how
your
I live life.
expectations from the start, and don't make them. I mean, listen, you want to set goals is one thing. Goals and expectations are different. You know, you got to be realistic when you're setting expectations to say that the Flyers are going to go to the Stanley Cup.
Matter of fact, what did it say on the wall in the? Did you see that in the locker room? It says success is a choice. What was the other one?
I didn't read it.
Yeah. You didn't even see it?
No.
All right, so Grimesy, the Sixers. Last preseason of the season last night.
Yep.
They didn't look too good. I mean, I know Ben Simmons wasn't playing and everything, but they got waxed by the Wizards. We haven't heard too much hype surrounding the Sixers that we did with the Eagles and the Phillies.
You mean the Philadelphia area?
Yeah,
but
in
they're
the Philadelphia
they're-
area.
But they're hyped all over ESPN.
But in the Philadelphia area, we have not heard the hype associated with the Eagles and the Phillies that we did going into the Sixers season. And I think, my personal opinion, and we'll get into this maybe later on in another show, I think the Sixers are going to win. I think the Sixers can have a shot to win 56 to 58 games this year.
Here we go over promising.
There you go. There you go.
What didn't you just learn from
No,
the
but
previous
I'm-
conversation?
I'm not hyping it though. I'm not pushing it like
Oh,
the
okay.
Sixers. But you're going to ask me. I think they have. I think they have an opportunity. I didn't say they were going to. I didn't guarantee it like Doug Peterson
He didn't
was
guarantee
supposed.
I'm just going to point out two things to me that I said last night. Ready? Who's our point guard again? Right? Who's our number one? I don't need a number two. I don't need Simmons and Hack. You know what I mean? Not Josh Richardson. Who's our one? Like a Chris Paul.
Thibault?
Like a Chris Paul.
Thibault? I don't know.
Thibault. By the way, Thibault's going to get Defensive Player of the Year.
I'm impressed with him.
Yeah, that's a great pickup. My
Told you.
my fear is who do we have after the starting five?
I'm taking credit for that one, by the way.
Okay.
All right.
Good pick,
Well, I
Josh.
think they got a good second core that's going to come out and play hard. I mean, defensively, they're going to be tough, I think. They're going to keep
They're
guys.
great defensive. I think
Yeah.
we're right about that.
Are you guys happy with Al Horford in the
I
preseason?
love him. I was a great pickup. I mean, I just think that guy is going to Embiid is going to learn a lot from him.
How to be a professional on top of everything else.
100%.
Yeah.
Horford's the real deal.
And also, I don't think Horford's the kind of guy that is this super flashy, super thing. I think
No.
he goes in, night out,
He's
puts in his minutes, and he's productive throughout the minutes that he gets each game. And he makes like stuff that you don't. What did Al do tonight? Well, he only had 17 and 9. You know, like, well, that's a pretty good night for anybody.
All right, so one last question before we end this segment. What team do you have the highest expectations for with the individual? The Phillies, the Eagles, the Sixers, or the Flyers?
Do we have to have high
What
expectations?
team?
Which one do we think is going to win the trophy?
Which one do you think?
Is the next
Which
one
one do you
to
have the highest? Which one do you think you can go the furthest?
Right this
Well,
second.
no. I mean, no. I want you to put yourself back in the beginning of the Philly season, in the beginning of the Eagles season, and now the beginning of the Flyers and the
I think
Sixers.
The Sixers have the biggest upside.
So in the beginning of the season, you have higher expectations for the Sixers than you did for the Eagles or the Phillies.
yes.
I would agree with that. I was going to say the Phillies, but now, But
I had higher expectations for the. When my mindset was with the Eagles, the hype was incredible this year.
Yeah, but you don't listen to the hype. You have your own opinion.
I do, but I'm influenced by what I read and what I see from the people that are there in the state, at practice, and the beat writers and the people on TV.
I obviously had a.
I'm not down there,
I
Grimes.
had them at 12-4, so I guess I had them.
You had them at 12-4. I had them at 10-6.
Yeah. But now I'm biased because they're 3-3, and I know where they're headed. No, I'm being serious.
Where are they headed?
We're not going to the Super Bowl. I hate to tell you.
How about you, Scooter?
Let's hope we make the playoffs at this point, right?
Can I tell you this?
Playoffs?
Can I
You
tell
talking
you this?
playoffs?
I tell you,
Playoffs.
have you seen Bosa play for San Francisco 49ers?
God.
He's,
I actually have not. I've only seen clips of him. I haven't seen.
He's a
I haven't watched it
he's
either.
a beast.
All right. Second Out of the Locker was brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is an award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home to the 3-hour and 58-minute round. You can play on their 18-hole championship golf course, enjoy fine dining, experience lively atmosphere in the pub. There's a full calendar of golf and social events throughout the season to appeal to everyone. For more information, go to greatbay.com or call them at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. And when you get down there, say hello to Radio Ron Ralston for me. He's a great guy. And that Scooter, that course is always in magnificent
I
shape.
know.
You know
We
that
keep
too,
saying we're
Grimesy.
gonna play. When we
We got to
play?
bring our clubs down maybe
Before it
next week.
snows.
Hey friends, let me tell you about Maserati of the main line, located minutes from downtown Philadelphia. They offer a customer-focused car buying experience designed to exceed expectations and invite you to stop in and learn about their entire line of premium luxury vehicles, including the sporty Ghibli midsize sedan and the class-defining all-new Levante, the only SUV worthy of being called a Maserati. Maserati of the main line is a national leader in Maserati certified pre-owned sales, named top certified retailer in 2018. The experience does not end at the point of a sale, as Maserati of the mainline offers free pickup and delivery for scheduled service appointments and provides new Maserati loaner car when you stop in. Add a little bit of flair to your next new vehicle. Call Maserati of the mainline today. Call my good friend Michael Pileggi, 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800. Or go online anytime at motml.com. All right, when we return, we'll talk with Mickey Morandini and talk about the Phillies' managerial prospects. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app. All right, we're back here in the locker room, 10:50, moving right along. One more thing I want to get to about the Philadelphia Eagles before, at the end of the show, we'll give our predictions and talk, see how we think this game's going to shake out. But Scooter and Grimesy, a lot has been made about how weak our secondary is, and of course we're going to get Jalen Mills back,
And Darby.
and Darby supposed to be back in the fold. I'm not too confident those guys will stay healthy throughout the year. They have a propensity to get hurt, whether it's these hamstring injuries. Funny thing about Sidney Jones is he pulls a hamstring, sits out 2 games, comes back, pulls a hamstring, comes back. It's like, once you pull that thing, it's really hard to recover. The defensive secondary they've been dropping like flies over the last 2 years, maybe 2.5 years. I don't have any confidence in Darby. I don't have any confidence in Jalen Mills. Do you, Grimesy?
I do when they're healthy, but I agree.
Well, that's
no, but I'm saying.
so you're
when
putting
they're
condition right. You're putting condition on it, right? My question to you, Scooter, is then should the Eagles have gone after Jalen Ramsey?
Well, I think they probably did. They did go after him.
Well, they
But
get
I
him.
don't think there's a point where you say, this is too much. You
All right.
can't just say it's unlimited and 6 first-round draft choices. It's not going to happen. If you look at the Eagles' draft picks the next couple of years, they have nothing but their own. Nothing. They don't have any extra ones like they do this
You got
this
6,
year.
7 picks.
Yeah, and what are
Well,
7,
they-
6, 5, and 4 doing? Nothing.
Guess what? Some of your better players come out second, 2, and
When
3,
you're
right?
lucky. Yeah, Tom Brady, right?
4, he came in. He was like, what, 5?
Yeah, so...
I'm talking about your second, third, and fourth round players are usually the ones that you get production out of.
Yeah, but you're getting...
How many first round busts have we seen? Right, Grimesy?
Yeah.
All right, so wait a
a
minute.
lot.
You said
Eagles.
it might be too much, but I would rather you got Jalen Ramsey, who is a proven player that could come in right away and help this team win right away, than taking a shot at having 2 draft picks that may or may not turn out.
True. Totally true. And Jalen Ramsey could get hurt next week, too, and not play for the
all right,
next year.
let's stop with
right.
the
Well, let's just stop with saying the next...
hypotheticals.
Let's
Well,
stop
no,
with saying
we're saying
next
he's
year's
gonna
draft
come in-
pick is a waste.
Well, let me give you a real hypothetical.
But you don't. That's the unknown.
LA Rams. How many number ones have they given out like candy over the past 10 years?
The
The past 5 years.
The LA Rams.
Yeah,
I don't know what 2,
a ton.
of them. I can't. I don't know
They're not
offhand.
going to have any picks at this.
But the
this
Rams
workout for them.
are. I mean, last 2 years the Rams have been good.
Where are they now?
Yeah.
They're 3-3. They're the same. They're same as the
Right.
Eagles right now.
The NFL figured out Jared Goff. That's why they figured him out.
It's,
Well, you just made a statement, Grimesy. Where are they now? They're 3-3, exactly in the same position as the Eagles.
Yeah, but-
And let's look at their production.
But we didn't give away a bunch of number one picks.
The Rams have scored 153 points, and they've given up 154, so they're struggling defensively.
Yep.
The Eagles have scored 161 points, and they've only let up 149, so they're about even Steven the whole way around.
Do you think Jalen Ramsey getting him get to the Super Bowl?
It gives them a better shot, and it's
think
something.
it gets
It's
them to
something
the
that we
Super
can
Bowl?
That's a tangible thing. We know that can happen. We know that he's a all-star, perennial Pro Bowl player.
Well,
First round draft choice. You know what you have in him. So if the Rams give up 2 number ones and a 4 to get help right now to a proven player, I say do it.
Well,
I would offer him. If I were the Eagles, if I was Howie Roseman, I would have said 2 number ones. What did they give you? 2 number ones and a 4. I'll give you 2 number ones and a 3.
When is it enough? What if they said we want 3 number ones?
And then you're also hearing grumblings that there's a player in the Eagles locker room again, another whistleblower, if you will, saying if the front office isn't trying to win, it sends a bad signal, don't you think? If you guys are all out there, we're all out there trying to win it, and you could get better by getting a guy, but you don't do it. What kind of message does that send to the rest of the team?
Well, because you can't get everybody that's out there. You can't take every guy that's a possible chance for a trade. It's just impossible.
I'm saying if you know the Rams gave up 2 ones and a 4, why don't you say 2 ones and a 3? Unless
Then
he
the Rams
didn't
come back and say 2 ones and a 2. I mean, when is this stuff? Listen, I don't think he makes you better. I don't think he makes you to where or
You don't think Jalen Ramsey would make the Eagles' secondary better?
I just said I think he makes you better.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he puts you to the Super Bowl at all. One player will never do that.
Here's my analogy.
Listen, Sidney Jones would have been a number 1 pick if it wasn't for the Achilles
Sidney
injury.
Jones
he would have been a number 1
has
pick.
been hurt. He was
Right,
hurt. He
well,
was drafted
before
hurt.
he came, but he would have been They got him in the 2nd round.
It's
And
like why would you go buy a clunker at a car dealership?
It wasn't a clunker.
He was hurt, Scooter. He was a clunker. The car was broken down.
Yeah.
It had a flat tire, basically.
You just said don't talk about possible injuries. He had a possible injury. He had an injury. So listen, he would have been a 1st round pick if it wasn't for that. Eagles stole him in the 2nd round. So
You want my analogy?
That's why you're here, Grimesy.
Yeah. My kids want a lot of stuff in life too, and I say nope, can't have that, can't have that, can't have that.
All right.
What kind of message am I sending my kids?
I have no comeback for that. That's a great analogy, Grimesy. No means no.
No means no.
All right, first hour in the books. Had a lot of fun talking Eagles. We're going to talk Flyers, we're going to talk Sixers, and we're going to talk Phillies with Mickey Morandini. Stay tuned to the Locker Room here on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app. We'll be back right after this. All right, we're back here in the Locker Room, 1036. Hey, man, go to my Facebook, Billy Schweim at Facebook.com, and we're broadcasting live on Facebook. Want to say a shout out to Lindsay. She's going to be down cheering on Temple today at SMU. This is Dallas weekend, guys.
Wow.
Yes, it is.
Right? Temple's down at SMU. Dallas is up here. The Stars are up here at the Wells Fargo tonight, and the Cowboys tomorrow. Let's go 3-0.
Well, let's do it.
Come on, man. Let's get pumped up.
Let's beat the horns off these people.
And Scooter, you got a lot of your friends down there. Tell them they're going
Where?
down at Dallas. How do you have friends in Dallas, dude? That's all. It's like
a long story.
He's like who's the trader from?
Even if
I should know this.
even if I did have a friend in Dallas, I wouldn't admit to it.
No, it's a good because we talked to him before. He is
I'm
a Dallas guy that grew up there, and we don't mind the guys that root for the Cowboys that lived up and
You're
grew
right.
there.
They-
we
I mean, right.
mind the guys that lived here and went down there and became
Right.
Cowboys fans.
If you're a Cowboys fan up here, it's a disgrace. There's
Right.
no excuse. So we're gonna, by the way, tomorrow.
I do know of a couple.
I have a few friends of mine, the guys that I worked with, and that I'm very good friends with today. One fellow in particular we talk to every single year, and we're going to talk to him tomorrow, Bill Beverly. He and I Grimesy, we used to have the biggest fights at work, like screaming at each other,
Right.
because I just can't see it. I don't care what you say to me. My dad was a fan, so I was influenced. I like the colors of I like the star. I like blue. That does not mean it. You know what? It's a character flaw.
No, it's a DNA defect.
It's a defect. There's something wrong in the chromosome.
Yes.
They have
If you're a
chromosomes.
Dallas fan, they have chromosomes, right?
Yeah.
The only way I see it.
It would be the equivalent for you, you're like a Benedict Arnold, basically. You're a trader. That's what I was trying to think of. You're like Benedict Arnold if you're a Cowboys fan in Philadelphia. You're a trader,
That is true.
right?
And listen,
There's
I'll
no
go-
other excuse.
I'll go on record, dog. When I was little, I was a Dolphins fan. Then I woke
That was
up.
your AFC team.
That's true.
How about
That's
that?
true.
I was, you know what? I was a Chiefs fan. I loved the Chiefs. Bobby Bell, Willie Lanier, right? Elmo Wright. I used to love those guys. But guess what? I always Eagles. I would never miss an Eagles game. I can remember being like 6, 7, 8 years old, jumping on. My dad be laying on the floor. I'll never forget. My dad would lay on the floor. Bobby and I would like his body was the goal line, and we would drill. He'd be laying on the floor. Oh.
Explains a lot.
We'd be-
Yeah, right.
I'll never forget it. But we'd watch we watched the Eagles in black and white.
Of course you did.
So I'm a diehard, baby. I love the Eagles.
Eagles and Mr. Red. I watched them both.
I want to throw some stats at you guys. And the Eagles are averaging 26.8 points a game. That's up from, I think, 22 last year.
That's all Wentz's.
So, right.
Yeah, right.
That's all Wentz's fault. So the production is even better than a little bit better than last year. All right, and that puts them at 9th in the league in scoring. However, and they're averaging 111 yards rushing. So that's not bad from an offensive standpoint. And they are still missing Deshaun Jackson.
Right.
Well, there you go. Hey, when he comes back, watch out.
If he comes back.
He's going to come back.
Everybody thought that he was going to be back today or this weekend to play against the Cowboys. So you know what this leads me to believe? That there's something really, really seriously, significantly wrong with him.
Now, he's going to come after. I think he'll be back after the bye week.
Are you worried about Jason Peters not playing?
Yeah, I think. He's 37 years old, man.
I think it's
I
time.
think he's done,
I think
dude.
it's time.
Yeah, listen. And
He's hurt every single year.
And one of my favorite
Every
players,
single game.
He
He goes out every single game.
And Sproles, he's one of my favorite players again.
He's done.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
At least it's time to give it up.
And you know, we've talked about this before. When the Phillies hung on to all those old guys,
Yep.
it's time to move on, man. I know it's hard, but you got to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised the Eagles held on to Sproles as long as they did.
Yeah, no,
Don't they have like if you're over 32 years old?
Sproles is an absolute winner. They got him cheap.
There's no doubt about it. Those guys are great to have in the locker room. I get it, but
It's time.
if they're not on the field, what are they
I
doing?
know. And
You
I
know-
don't think Peters was playing too well before he got hurt either.
So you can't, Scooter. You can't be an emotional leader if you're not on the field. You can't go you can't go into the pregame huddle and rev everybody up when you're in your skivvies, when you're in your street clothes.
Well, I think there's something to it. I mean, I saw him at practice talking to Dillard and telling him where to put his hands and how to how.
Yeah, and that's cool.
So that's cool. He's doing stuff,
But that's with him. That's with Dillard. The rest of the team. Look, if you're not there, it's hard to be a leader, man.
I agree, but it doesn't hurt to have him around. But you're going to pay him anyway. But this is it. I'm done with those guys. Time to move on.
I mean, look at Drew Brees. You don't think he's not helping out behind the scenes?
We haven't talked about.
100% he is.
Oh, I know, but I mean, but that's Drew Brees.
Okay.
We haven't talked about Jalen Ramsey thing at all.
Oh, I was getting to that.
Were you?
That's going to be the next segment,
You
Scooter.
fell asleep.
Jumping ahead on. Fell asleep. I'm like sweating. I'm so emotional right now.
Oh, my goodness.
Go to
We're
Facebook.
sitting over here.
Go to my Facebook page, Billy Schweim, Facebook.com, and check it out live. We got Scooter, Mark Grimes in the house. We're getting passionate. We got a great show lined up. The second half of the show, we're going to talk about the other Philly sports, which is a lot going on. We have the Phillies to talk about. We're going to talk with Mickey Morandini. We're also going to talk a little Flyers. We interviewed Travis Konecny, Scooter and I did. So you want to stay tuned for that. Of course, you always want to go to my website. I write a blog. It's The Locker Room Billy Schweim, or my YouTube page, The Locker Room with Billy Schweim. By the way, the other day, Scooter, I was scrolling around doing stuff, and I looked at our broadcast of the 2019 South Jersey Championships and the Margates. So anybody out there that want to relive that and feel a little summer in your bones, go to my YouTube channel, The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, and check it out.
Only if you're completely bored.
Come on, Grimesy, man. Your brother was a guard.
I know.
All right, the first hour of The Locker Room is sponsored by Barb's Harley Davidson. Philly and New Jersey's #1 Harley Davidson dealership. Visit barbshd.com today. Barb has the area's largest selection of new and used Harleys around. That's Barb's Harley Davidson, where no one walks. Go to barbshd.com. And, of course, they're having their anniversary pig roast down there in Belmar. They're giving away a $1,500 shopping spree at Barb's. You got to get down there. Barb's Harley Davidson. Go to barbshd.com today for more information. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia Eagle tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network that they call the Legacy Club? Every month they hold private monthly events at upscale locations in Philadelphia, South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events to see if it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or call them at 856-912-4007. That's 856-912-4007. I've talked to a few business people, and it's a great way to meet people, right, Scooter? He's doing a great job, man.
Networking events.
You want to get your business out there, you need to contact Ken Dunnick at ken@jerseymanmagazine.com.
So after you do all the things that Billy just said, you're going to read the Jersey Man magazine. You're going to go buy, what is it, Harley Davidson.
You go to my website.
You're going to go to your website. You're going to go buy a Maserati. You're going to buy a property from Mark Grimes. You got a busy week ahead of you.
Don't forget the Lenigan Plumbing and Tom Jackson Electric.
They're doing the work for you. I'm talking about the things that you're doing, okay?
All right.
Stick with the script, Bill. You got a doggone weird-looking yellow shirt on today.
It says Ocean City.
It's a weird-looking color, man.
What's wrong with him?
That's a weird color. But anyway, speaking of Ocean City, Reds Jersey Mets. When you're done all the crazy stuff Bill has told you to do this week, at the end of the week, when you're sitting down to watch the Eagles tomorrow night take on the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday Night Football, you should be sitting down with Reds Jersey Mets, the original Rojo's Tacos, located 11th and Haven in Ocean City. You have not experienced an in-house party without Reds Jersey Mex tacos, burritos, quesadillas. If your mouth and heart are not salivating yet for Reds Jersey Mex, then you don't know what it's like to have the best Mexican food in South Jersey. Give them a call for takeout or delivery at 609-399-2272. That's 609-399-2272 for pickup or delivery, and you can visit them at 11th and Haven and Eat In Ocean City.
Well said, Josh. You're getting me pumped up for Reds Jersey Max. All right, when we return, we'll continue one more segment talking about the Eagles. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
If I were you, I wouldn't have asked him the question about the contract. That was kind of a soft question.
You got it. I might have some.
All right, we're back here in the locker room, 10:18, moving right along. We're getting fired up. It's Dallas week. You got the Flyers playing the Stars tonight, and you got the Eagles Sunday Night Football, and the whole nation will be watching as the Eagles go down to Dallas to take on Big D, who are losers of 3 in a row, and
maybe 4.
maybe 4 in a row.
You never know.
It's gonna be tough. We'll at the end of the show we'll talk about our predictions and what we think what's going to happen. But before we do that, I want to touch on another subject that has been hot this week, is the fact that there's a leaker, a whistleblower, if you will, somebody that's coming out anonymously and saying, criticizing the play calling or criticizing Carson Wentz and the checkdowns.
A leaker?
Well, what else do you call somebody that's
they have cream for stuff like that, don't they?
cream?
Yeah.
Talking about wacko.
Come on, man. A leaker.
Well, what do you call it? So if somebody
Inside the organization.
The organization
Right.
was quoted anonymously instead of putting his name to it.
From
That's called dissension in the locker room. Do you believe it? Number one. And number
Hold
two.
up in a court of law.
Buddy, it's all over.
What's that?
Look at the newspaper. It's all over the place.
It's a
That's all
story.
everybody's talking about.
No, I call him a stinking rat.
A rat.
There you go. Dirty rat.
Well, what do you make of it? Is it?
Nonsense.
Listen, it's the same rumors that were flying around last year that Wentz wasn't a team player and he's all about
Wentz was
himself.
hurt last year.
No, but in the
the end of the
beginning,
year.
they were saying at the beginning
The
of the year
Philly
that he
Police
wasn't
article.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean? There was some dissension there.
I'm telling you, people are looking.
I
to
think
make a
people are
story.
looking. What was it,
Looking to make a
Josina? What was the
Josina Anderson.
Josina Anderson writes this story, and in the story she says that it's like everybody on radio and news, in the print media, all trying to figure out who who the anonymous source is. Who
Have you heard of
cares?
Justina Anderson prior to this?
Yeah, I have.
You have?
Yeah, I've heard her.
Okay. I never.
I mean, I've read her before. She's a reporter that's in
Now
there.
her name's all over the place.
That's right. Maybe that's why she was trying to do it, right?
She made up a story. Who knows? Sounded good.
Can you make up stories? I mean,
Well,
look,
they
stories,
do-
they
the
do
fake
it.
news, right?
Yeah, they do it CNN all day long.
Crimes. Boom.
The Democrats do it all day
They do it all day long, right?
Exactly.
I mean, the bottom line is, sometimes I think that the print media and the people in the media, the guys that cover the story, try to make more of a story than maybe what's really there. Am I correct?
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
All right. The players are all saying, including the coach, is saying, "Hey, we're getting ready for you. Got that clip too? We're getting ready for Dallas." You know, I got to be honest with you, we're not really putting too much stock in it.
How many agents, when they're trying to get their client a job, make up that 32 teams are looking at them to play for them? They're all begging them. They make it up every day.
Right, but
not
that's
true.
what they're supposed to because they're advertising for their player.
But is it false? Is it a false statement? Sure it is. They're lying.
Yeah, but I think it's different. I think you're trying to create something that maybe isn't there. That's fake.
She
That's
created
fake.
a story that might not have been
That might not be there. You got guys like Alshon Jeffrey, Aguilar, even Malcolm Jenkins. Now, for Malcolm Jenkins, I figure he's such a seasoned veteran and a leader on that team. If he's going to say something, I think he's going to put his name to it.
Oh, I think you would too. I think you'd say it in front of everybody.
Right, Grimesy?
I agree. Is that
Maybe.
So everybody said, "Oh, I didn't say it wasn't me." Well, it had to be somebody.
Maybe it was Zach Brown. That's why he's no longer here.
He's not on the offense, though, man.
No, it was a defensive player talking about the offense. I thought. That's the way I
We
took
don't.
it.
Well, we don't really know.
'cause
We don't
nobody knows
know.
what it is.
Bottom line is there a controversy? Let me ask you a question. Everybody, and that actually is a good segue to the next question I was going to ask you to. The Phillies in the beginning of the season, everybody and their grandmother was saying this team's going to the World Series. This team is Clintac did a great job. Look at them. We got Segura. We got this. We're Muto. We're going to the World. Heck, the NFL schedulers even put the Phillies on the Eagles on the road for 3 weeks in October because they thought that the Phillies were going to be in the postseason in October. And they got off. Look what happened. Now the Eagles do the same thing. Zach Ertz, I remember seeing him on Action News saying this team on paper is better than the Super Bowl team. Doug Peterson even said it. You guys.
Yep.
Now we're led to believe that both of those teams, we were told by the press, by the people that cover these teams, how great they are. And what happened?
And you fell for that.
Yeah, right.
Well, what? Hey, Grimesy, I'm not down at practice every day.
Yeah.
I can't see what's going on. I can't look. I don't know what the chemistry is. I'm relying on everybody else
Billy, how long have you been an Eagles fan?
all my life.
They say it every year.
Not like that. Not like this year, Grimesy.
Oh, God.
Grimesy, 2017. Did you? I picked them. I had them going 8-8 going into that year, 2017.
Right.
I don't think there was anybody that had expectations of that team going to the Super Bowl.
How about the following year? Everybody thought they were going back, and now it's the second.
Yeah, but
following
when
year
you
it's
have
not.
players, look, when you have
Did you
players.
believe the Phillies were going to the World Series this year?
I thought before the
Not in a
season
million
started.
years.
Oh, that's not true,
Not
Scooter.
in a million
Josh,
years.
that's not true. Everybody thought the Phillies were going to go deep in the playoffs in the beginning of the year. Everybody
You
did.
just said the World Series.
By the way, you heard the Nats. You heard the
Well,
Nats.
when I say World Series, I mean when I say deep in the playoffs, I mean get to the World Series. You didn't think the Phillies?
Not in a million years.
By the way,
Come on, man.
By the
I
way,
really didn't. Honestly, I
did you-
didn't tell you if I did.
Did you see the Nats T-shirts that we're wearing now?
What, no.
This is priceless.
I love it. But now, so okay. Now jump to the Eagles. Eagles had high expectations. You had players saying that this team's better on paper than the 2017 team that went to the Super Bowl. High expectations from the coach, the players, everybody buying it. The reporters passing it on to the general public, reading the papers, going online, reading online things, and watching the news. Everybody's being told this team's going to play. Then all of a sudden they're 3-3. Do you think like some dissension, some thing like people start talking within the organization?
Well,
Unhappy people, maybe?
You could say that this year's team on paper is better than 2 years ago, which means absolutely nothing.
Well, we're learning it doesn't, right? We're learning that you have
But
to.
the other thing is, what about all the other teams in the league? Have they gotten any better? They all get
Scooter,
worse.
we're not in that market. We don't know.
Patriots.
Yeah. But we're not in those markets. We're not. Look, we're Eagles fans, right? We're Philly fans. We're sitting here.
We're not Patriots fans. We expect to win
Every single year.
after year after year. I mean, can you imagine being a Patriots fan? It's unbelievable.
That'd be boring.
Well, you know what? Let me.
It's
just to
incredible
show
what
you.
they put together.
But I'll say this: when we went to when I went to Jacksonville for the Super Bowl down there, I remember the Eagles fans. I got there on a Wednesday, and I drove down on a Winnebago with like 10 guys. It was all a sea of green in Jacksonville from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Patriots fans, by that time they had been in the Super Bowl how many times? They didn't show up until Saturday night. Friday, earliest.
Right. They expect to be there.
So they had been there over and over again, and to them it's standard operating procedure.
By the way, November 17th, that's going to be like a Super Bowl atmosphere down there. They're going to be undefeated coming to that game.
Say that again.
When we play the Patriots will be undefeated when they get to us.
Oh, probably. We're at 6-0 right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think they have anybody coming up, but they have to worry about too much.
So you guys aren't worried about any dissension within the ranks of the Philadelphia Eagles.
I think you're looking way too much.
You guys, I'm looking at you two guys, and I'm like, you like what? Like it's like I can hit your register. Like it's hasn't even.
No, it doesn't even bother.
And while that's your reaction, I mean, I get the paper every day. I've been ridiculed for that.
You and the other guy get the paper.
Yeah, they still make papers.
And I watch it at NBC Sports Philly, and I've been listening to I've listened to this 97.3 ESPN. That's all everybody's talking about.
Because it's the only thing to talk about right now.
Billy.
It's like what's really
Wow.
happening.
Focus.
So I'm overreacting. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Am I
We got
overreacting?
Dallas this week. Focus.
Oh, man, listen to you two guys, man.
Yeah, one guy out of 53 men might have said, "Oh, the offense is not playing well." Guess what? They aren't.
All right, how about this then? Are you disappointed in Carson Wentz's production so far?
I think his stats are pretty good.
I'm not disappointed.
I'm disappointed
for
in
a
the
guy
defense.
that didn't play.
Well, I'm not asking that,
Since-
Grant. I'm
since
asking just
2018.
focus.
And he's played in
I want you to
16
tell me
so
about
far.
what you think about Carson
I don't
Wentz.
think he's played bad. How about all the drops? Half of those drops, they're now.
Well, there's
what,
people out there.
5-1?
There are people out there that are questioning Carson Wentz. I mean,
Of
I've
course
even
there
heard
are.
I've even heard Nick Foles' name brought up several times.
He's not
Who
even
cares
playing.
about Nick Foles?
Right.
I love Nick Foles. That was a fun run. But guess what? Carson Wentz is our quarterback.
Exactly.
He's our future.
But it's like you just moved here yesterday. They jumped.
Let me ask you this.
The ankle braces they sell in Philly for jumping on and off the bandwagon are just ridiculous.
Would you rather have Jared Goff over Wentz? I mean,
No,
that was the choice.
no.
Well, there you go.
No, but I'm just saying there are people. No, look, I know Philadelphia is. You're gonna get a kaleidoscope of views. I get it.
Yeah, we're 3-3.
But-
They didn't expect anybody to be 3-3.
I know. I'm a little miffed. I can't believe people would even question Carson Wentz
Have
in
you
Philadelphia.
Have you seen how many bad quarterbacks are in the league? Did you just see what
Every-
happened to the Jets until
How about-
as soon as
Who would
Sam
you
Darnold
trade?
got in?
Who would you trade Carson Wentz for right now? Any quarterback in the league.
Well, Mahomes, but he's hurt.
Yeah, he can't play.
Tom Brady, a couple years back, not right now.
Not now, right? So who
No,
else?
I probably wouldn't trade. I wouldn't trade
So
him.
you just said
Garoppolo,
we have
maybe?
the best
Garoppolo.
quarterback. in the league.
Garoppolo?
No.
I don't
No?
think so.
Okay, I'm just asking.
No.
I'm not-
No, I know, he's just
that was
throwing
a
the names
question.
out.
Bringing up names.
That's right.
Deshaun Watson.
Maybe just
Sean
Sean Watson, but even that, I mean, yeah, he's playing. How about Russell Wilson?
That I would do.
But he's
100
right now. Like if
100 in my sleep.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson trade him for Wentz. Oh, come on.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. Nothing against Wentz. I'd take Russell Wilson all day long.
look,
But really, honestly, we just kind of answer the question. You wouldn't really trade him for anybody else, so he's the quarterback we have. You got to work with him. If half these guys stop dropping balls, if they had Deshaun Jackson playing right now, you think they're a different team? No doubt they are.
By the way, one more name.
and I
Drew
mean,
Brees.
Yeah, Drew Brees.
He's injured.
What
Yeah, he's injured too.
I'm,
He can't play.
saying, I'm saying pre-injury.
what is it with all the injuries too? I mean, if you look at it's like a mash unit. What the heck's going on? What the heck's going on out there?
Listen,
Find me in a Lombardi.
I've had these conversations with. Think about this. Back in the old days, those guys really didn't lift weights as much. These guys are torpedoes now. They're
Yeah.
torpedoes.
And the game's much faster.
Yes.
Yep.
They have no body fat.
Well, look at the play that Mahomes got hurt on. He just rushed forward, went down, a bunch of guys piled on him, and he dislocates his kneecap.
Right.
I mean, like, what's happening anymore? It's crazy.
Well,
weird
like
stuff.
Grimesy said, these guys are bigger, faster, stronger. The equipment's, I guess,
Should be better.
If you
But-
look, it's funny. If you look at the equipment, look at the pads they used to wear back compared to today.
Right.
They look like they're wearing pads. They're so the pads.
what they do is you just take the bars off and put them in soft helmets again, and maybe the guys would think twice about it. All right.
That's not the issue.
There we go. You're getting soft.
The first hour of the locker room is sponsored by Barb's Harley Davidson, Philly and New Jersey's #1 Harley Davidson dealership. Visit barbshd.com today. Barb has the area's largest selection of new and used Harleys around. That's Barb's Harley Davidson, where no one walks. Go to barbshd.com today. Hey, Ocean City's real estate market is red hot, and you need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com. Friends, let me tell you about Maserati of the Main Line, located minutes from downtown Philadelphia. They offer a customer-focused car buying experience designed to exceed expectations and invite you to stop in to learn about their entire line of premium luxury vehicles, including the sporty Ghibli midsize sedan and the class-defining all-new Levante, the only SUV worthy of being called a Maserati. Maserati of the Main Line is a national leader in Maserati certified pre-owned sales, named top certified retailer in 2018. The experience does not end at the point of a sale, as Maserati of the Main Line offers free pickup and delivery for scheduled service appointments and provides a new Maserati loaner car. So add a little bit of flair to your next new vehicle. Give my good friend Michael Pileggi a call at Maserati of the Main Line today at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800. Or visit them online any time of the day, motml.com, and get up to Devon, PA, and go talk to Mike Pileggi. All right, when we return, we'll continue our Eagles talk. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Phil. I knew that was coming.
Von Hayes, welcome to the
Or the
locker
Y
room.
in
Billy
here.
Schweim. Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. The thing to you.
Great Bob Mackey,
Give me that
welcome
one.
to the referee.
Phil, how you doing?
Craig Berube, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have a real Pat Croce in the locker room.
That one, the
And now here's your host, Billy Schweim.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the Locker Room with Billy Schweim here on 97.3 ESPN. It's the weekend. It's sports. It's a crazy week. We're gonna break down all the hot topics, all the controversy throughout the whole week. We're gonna talk about it. We'll break it down. We're gonna have a great show lined up today in the studio to help me break it all down. I got a full studio today. We're gonna have a lot of fun. That's Scotty McKay's in the house.
I'm back.
You're back, man. Where you
Back.
been, man? You don't come in for our shows, do you?
Nah, I don't.
You take the day off. Is
To
that
go
what you
an
do?
hour for hour show, I take the day off. Yeah, I was on
And one of
sabbatical.
and another good buddy of mine. We haven't seen him in a little while, but we got to get him in here because in the beginning of the season we all made our picks, so we want to review some of them at this stage of the season. Let's welcome into the locker room, Mark Grimes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, Grimesy. What's up,
How
man?
you guys doing?
Grimesy, man. We're 6 weeks in.
Yep.
Game 7.
Yes.
Eagles are 3-3.
Yes.
Now, in a few minutes, I'm going to pull out my notes from when you and I, all four of us, Josh, you, McKay, and I, went one by one, and see where we are. All right?
Yep. Now, if I recall, I'm probably 4-2 right now, just off the top of my head, but I'm not positive about that.
Well, let me reach back into my
Oh, boy.
let me
Here
reach
we
back
go.
into
I
my
got mine.
notes.
Here we go.
Let me reach back into my notes and pull it up because Grimesy right now at the Dallas mark, you have them one. Yeah, you're four. You have them 4-2, and you have them beating the Cowboys. You have them going 5-2, or 5-2 right now.
There we go.
However, they're 3-3,
That's all right.
and they're in a tough spot.
Can't win them all.
You
I'm one game off.
can't win them all.
I'm one game off.
All right, so let's start off the show by saying, what the heck's going on with the Eagles? What's happened?
Chemistry. Well, defense. It's
Okay, defense. We have
we have no secondary.
We have no secondary. Our pass rush
weak.
is weak.
Yep.
And now look at our linebacking core. A little bit of a disarray.
You know what we're missing on the D line? They used to rotate. Now it's just amazing. It's just they're wearing these guys out. Like even Vinny's not getting that much playing time. I'm shocked.
Fletcher Cox doesn't even have a sack.
Yeah.
After 6 games, Scooter.
Well, they're double teaming him all the time. That's why other guys are getting them. You know, I mean, it's going to happen.
Brandon Graham, he's got what? I think 4 or 5 sacks.
Yep.
Which is not bad.
Yep.
But he can't do it all himself.
Yep. But are you throwing the Jets game in there?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm throwing the Jets game, of
so
course.
So it really only has 1 sack because 4 were against a JV team.
It's the NFL, Grimesy. I'm going to count it.
Okay.
All right.
Gotcha.
And
although the Jets are back, I'm going on record. They're back now. They got a
because
quarterback.
they're back because they just the one player is going to turn this whole team around.
Correct. They had a CFL quarterback out there. Now they got a real quarterback.
All right, we got a great show lined up today. We're going to touch a lot of topics. That's why I got Grimesy in here. That's why I got McKay in here, because we have 3 different opinions. We're going to talk mostly Eagles in the first hour. The second hour, we're going to talk a little Flyers hockey. Scotty McKay and I went over to the Flyers practice and had an opportunity to sit down and talk with Travis Konechny, Scooter.
Yes, we did.
And we have a candid interview with him.
Yeah, it was a good interview. Hopefully they...
I left a couple questions out on the table, man. We'll get into that.
Did.
Yeah.
It's pretty, they pretty much rush you out of there.
Did you feel rushed? I didn't feel rushed.
Well...
No, I didn't feel rushed. I think we had plenty of time.
Not
It's just
rushed, but you feel like he looked like he
Well,
was
first of all,
from yesterday.
how about this? We get into the locker room, and he comes in, and he looked like he was gonna barf.
Yeah, he did.
He looked like he was good because that was a tough practice that Vigneault ran.
He looked like you after a night of drinking. Hungover, and he looked like he was beat. But it was a good high tempo.
Because he said, man, Grimes, we walked in, he said, we walked over to him. He goes, oh,
Yeah.
give me a second. It looked like he was gonna.
Looked like you last weekend.
Yeah. Oh man, I was hurting last weekend, but I'm back, baby.
There, you sound good.
I'm back,
You sound good.
and then the bottom of the second hour, we're going to talk with former Philly and Philly ombudsman Mickey Morandini to talk about the Philly search for a manager, because Pete Thompson was just talking about it, about the some of the managerial options they have, and we'll get into that. But for this first hour, it's Dallas weekend, man. Matter of fact, it's Dallas weekend for the Flyers and the Eagles. That's kind of cool.
Absolutely.
Temple.
And Temple. They're playing SMU. Oh, right, John. Look at Josh, man.
Wow.
Throwing in there, so I like it.
Pulls
And
it out of the hat.
how about the Temple team? I'm really into it, man.
They're looking good.
I had an opportunity last week. We interviewed Anthony Russo. We're down there. And I like that kid, man. He's a prototypical quarterback. He's got some size, like 6'4". And we'll talk a little college football there. But the first thing I want to address with you two guys is, what do you make of you two Utes? You two guys. That's what we say up here in the Northeast. You guys, right? You always say y'all.
You say use guys.
The use guys.
You talking to me?
South Philly Billy, they used to call me. What do you guys make of Doug Peterson? I think a lot of people make more of it what it was. He said, we're going to go down there, we're going to win. Is that a guarantee, Grimesy?
No, it's just a little confidence, flexing your muscle. But hey, DeMarcus Lawrence didn't like it too much.
I mean, is that bulletin board fodder, Scooter?
No.
I don't think so. What do you want Doug Peterson to say? Well, we're going to go down and we're going
The
to
audio.
go. Yeah, let's play. We're going to go down and we're going to try our best. No, he said we're going to go down and win the game. That's what you're supposed to do.
Take over first place.
And we're going to take over first place.
Right.
What do you want him to be? Wishy-washy? Let's hear what he said, Josh.
Never said guarantee a win. No, I'd never do that. Because, again, it shows confidence in our football team. And I promise you, Jason Garrett's going to say the same thing with his team. They're going to win the football game as well. And I'm not going to stand up here and go on record and say we're going to go down there and try to win a game. Man, hopefully we can go win this. It just doesn't show confidence. And I want to show confidence in our players. Got a ton of confidence in them. We're going to put a good week of
going to go play.
Right.
Hold on, I didn't even hear the audio until just now. And what I say, it gives you got to talk with confidence.
That's right.
You said it.
And I just said, what are you going to do? You're going to be wishy-washy as a head coach? You're going to send that message to your players? And for the media and for the Dallas Cowboys to try to turn this in, you know what it's like? It's like putting words in people's mouths. Like, try to make something out of nothing. And that's fine. If the Dallas Cowboys need that to get their team revved up, then so be it.
I told them
Because
yesterday.
Trevor Lawrence said, let's Doug Peterson come out and let him step on the field. Come on, man. What does that
Doug
mean?
has been on the field.
He was on the field. He was a
On
player.
the field. You know.
BS, man.
Right. Wait, like you said.
What are you? You're a coach, Scooter. What are you going to do? Go in there. You're in your locker room. You get the X's and O's up on your board. Oh, guys, go out there, try your best, and if we win, we win. If we don't,
No, absolutely not.
what are you going to say to him? What are you going to say to him?
Right, I'm gonna go after
Let's
them
go
to make-
kick their.
If I don't believe it, are they gonna believe it?
That's right.
You know,
Exactly.
you better believe it yourself.
It doesn't take and Josh is going to point. It's good. It doesn't take a coach to figure that one out. It's like you got to go play the game. You got to show up. You got to win.
Yeah. Hey,
I mean, if you asked him at the beginning of the year, are they going 16-0? He would probably tell you no. That doesn't mean that he doesn't believe you're
Well,
not. a good
Grimey's got him
football
going 12-4.
oh, here we go. Here we
Yeah, but
go.
he's 4-2 right now. I
Josh
think we're
got a
3-3.
big old smile. Can I factor in injuries like Josh did last
You
year?
can, and we're going to get to that
That's
because
the one loss he has from here on out.
well, listen. Here's
only
Grimes.
one
You ready?
more loss.
Grimes, he had him losing to Green Bay. Okay, beating Detroit, losing to Green Bay, which all of us did.
Yep.
All right. Then you have him going on a streak. Win against the Vikings, win against Dallas, win against Buffalo, win against the Bears, and then coming home losing to the Patriots. That's his next loss. Wow. So
That can be his only loss for the rest of the year.
Right.
yeah, well, he's got one
Hey.
more. He's got Dallas
Hey,
losing.
if you look at our last
at the
5
end of the year.
games, we should be there. But I'm telling you, this next little run we got here is they got
It's going to be tough,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it. Scooter, what did I say? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have
I got 11
You
and
have
5.
11 and 5.
So-
You're 2 losses away from your limit.
Right. And that's what-
Hey, by the way, so I've looked at this. I looked at the playoff picture. This game means a ton this Sunday.
Did you see the stat? Like, I think it's if you go 3 and 4, only 17% of the teams that go 3 and 4 in the NFL make it to the playoffs.
Man, aren't you a Debbie Downer?
I'm just
Come on.
hey, it's nothing but the facts, man.
Hey, the way I look at
Just
it,
drag
Drag.
the way I look at it, we win this game, and then you put yourself in position for the number 3 seed because the 49ers in Seattle are for real.
They are for real.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right, listen, I just got a text from my buddy Ronnie in Dallas.
Bunch
He
of
s-
losers down there.
He said they barely talked about that comment here in Dallas.
It's all over the newspaper up here.
Yeah, up here because we got nothing else to talk about.
That's what I'm saying. I think the media is trying to create a controversy. It just
Exactly.
isn't there.
They're not talking about it down there.
All right, we're just getting warmed up here in the
Talking about-
locker room.
They're down there in Dallas hoping that the Eagles win so they fire Jason Garrett.
All right, I'm going on record. I got no friends in Dallas.
I'm going on record. I
Thank you.
have one friend in Dallas, but he's a transplant. He's from here. We all know him. Scott McElwee. He's living in Dallas right now, but he's numb to everything. So,
Oh, that's for sure.
all right, we're just getting warmed up here in the locker room. We're gonna break everything down. We got a great show lined up. The first hour of the locker room is sponsored by Barb's Harley Davidson, Philly and New Jersey's #1 Harley Davidson dealership. Visit barbshd.com today. Barb has the area's largest selection of new and used Harleys around. That's Barb's Harley Davidson, where no one walks. Go to barbshd.com, and today they're having their anniversary pig roast. Get up to Barb's. They're giving away a $1,500 shopping spree and all kind of great gifts. Go online for more information. barbshd.com today. Hey, now if you want to get your day started off the right way with the best breakfast at the Jersey Shore, look no further than Uncle Bill's Pancake House. Family owned and operated since 1962. Uncle Bill's Pancake House is a Jersey Shore tradition with 8 locations from Ocean City to Cape May. Featuring over 30 types of pancakes, waffles, crepes, Uncle Bill's has something for everyone. Stop at one of their 2 Ocean City locations and try my favorite, the stuffed French toast with homemade cinnamon butter. There's something for everyone from fresh cut fruit cut, gluten-free pancakes, or the fluffy stuffed omelets that are excellent. You can't go wrong with anything on the menu. Go to Uncle Bill's Pancake House, 8 locations along the Jersey Shore, 2 in Ocean City, and I guarantee you'll get a great breakfast and fantastic service with a smile. And if you're looking for a bicycle, buy a bike from Anarelli's Bicycles, located at 1014 Asbury Avenue in Ocean City, New Jersey. Owners Mark and Mike insist that after the sale, it's the service that counts. With a complete line of bike accessories and same-day repair service, that's Anarelli's Bicycles, 609-399-2238. All right, when we return, we will continue with our Eagles conversation. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim here on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app.